Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you like the mood lighting. V, let me know how you like the lighting. How's everyone doing this evening? We actually have a really good friend of mine and someone I've known for a long time on today's show. I'm super excited because if there's one person I know that knows the ins and outs of the music industry, not just the music industry, behind the scenes or on stage, setting up, this guy is also one of the best bass players I know personally, and he knows the whole being in the band, being a lead front man, and everything. And we have YoungBlood Productions tonight, and I'm excited. I'm actually going to show you his logo because I think it is so stellar. So have a good look at his logo, and then we'll be back with Nathan Young of YoungBlood Productions. All right. Hi, Texas Bound for Life. You probably heard me say your name, but nobody knows who. It's all right. Anyways, we have Nathan Young today for anybody that's joining last minute. Hi, Lost Bird. How are you? Vera V, nice to see you here. Sean Mullins, of course, my tech guy who does everything for me, literally. We're going to go ahead and bring Nathan on board and we're going to have an interview. Nathan, are you ready to go? Let's start this. You ready to go? All right, let me go ahead and bring you on screen. All by myself. Where are you, dude? There you are.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? Try to
Good.
center yourself in that logo. So,
Right.
Nathan, it is so nice of you to make an appearance here on the Sound Phoenix. I am so glad that you're here. I think that you are just a freaking case of knowledge, especially when it comes to music. Do me a favor and let the viewers know a little bit about yourself, you know, how Youngblood got started. Let's start with that. And then we'll go into other questions about how you got started and the other stuff, because you literally have done everything when it comes to the music industry. So go ahead and give us a little idea of how Youngblood Productions got started.
Sure. Well, I'm Nathan Young. I own YoungBlood Productions. I play in the bands Fate Destroyed and Green Jello currently. Um, so yeah, how YoungBlood Productions got started. Well, YoungBlood Productions, first of all, we booked bands in Southern California, and we're a production company, booking agency. We did used to do a little bit of management, but we just do everything we can and help them support local bands. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
support
how it
local bands, but
started.
you guys also you discover a lot of new people too and give them an opportunity to showcase themselves when you book, because you've got, I mean, a plethora of venues that I know Youngblood Productions is that books for. So you also bring new people like out there and let people know who they are. I mean, you guys do an excellent job of promoting bands, new bands.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we book everything from national and international acts and a lot of festivals and big venues, but we also book smaller venues and local communities throughout Southern California. So I mean, so if I haven't worked with the band before, we might book them at a smaller venue and then put them on bigger shows after we get to know them and work with them a little bit, and or vice versa. And then we also hire national acts too, and present opportunities for local bands to open up for bigger bands they might not normally be able to open up for at just a local bar.
So, do you
We do
think
both.
do you think that you started the company more because you experienced kind of the difficulty of getting your name out there when you are a new band and when you've got new material that nobody has heard? Do you think that that was maybe motivation to start up Youngblood Productions?
Well, I never planned to be a booking agent or a production company or anything like that. How it got started, I could tell you, is I've been playing in bands. I've been playing bass since I was about 13, singing before that, in and out of bands choir. And so when I started gigging, I got a fake ID at 16. We started playing the venues. You know, some you for all ages, some were not. And so we used to book. How I got started booking was local. a local bar in Pomona. It was called Friar Tuck's in Minot Center.
I
And
know
so we
Friar
used to,
Tuck's. I know Friar Tuck's. I've had a
yeah.
gig there too. Yeah.
So they would pay bands a bar percentage of the night they played on, or whoever you played with, or you might get booked through a promoter there or whatnot. So then I'm like, well, hey, I want to get, we started playing there as often as we could at original bands and cover bands. That became like a once a week thing. So basically, I got together band contacts just from playing shows with different bands and stuff.
Yeah, of
And
course. Yeah,
if I
referrals, of
booked,
course.
so if I booked the whole night, hey, I get a percentage of the bar. You could pay out some of the bands or whatever you want to do. So I kind of is just fell into it like, well, my band can't, because you have to fill so many hours of the night. From this time to this time, you can get a percentage of the bar. Okay, well, my band didn't have a whole night's worth of music, so we needed people to play with us. So I started booking bands that I knew to play with us. And then the network kept growing. I was able to throw shows at that venue more often because I always had bands to play or that I knew that wanted to play. So I kind of just fell into it that way.
Do you have maybe inspirations? Because I do know that Youngblood has made definitely a strong has a strong reputation locally in Los Angeles County. Do you have aspirations to maybe have Youngblood kind of blow up and grow a little bit? Maybe bigger venues, booking agents for stadiums and stuff like that. I mean, is that in the works? Have you thought about that? Is that something you're thinking about?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we book at festivals and everything, and yeah, I would love to expand out of Southern California, and it's just been growing as it goes. Little brief history back then when I was a teenager and was just kind of do it part time and throughout my then started throughout my 20s and stuff. Um, I fell. I'm a recovering addict and alcoholic, and playing in bands in the scene. I got caught up in the scene. I was touring since I was high school. I think it was my first tour. So I got caught up, and everything started falling apart as it started getting worse and worse. So I've been clean and sober 6.5 years. So about 6.5 years ago, started to get my life back on track. I let YoungBlood Productions kind of fall into crap when I was trying to get sober over a couple years. So then I restarted my life about 6.5 years ago, started YoungBlood Productions from the ground up again, and just been growing from there. And every year it's, we've been doing bigger and better things. And we just love working with all types of bands, all types of music, not just metal and rock, but we do reggae, punk. We've done hip hop shows,
Yeah, you guys have a real large variety of. I mean, you've got country, jazz, blues. I mean, your list of clients is the genres are ridiculous. I mean, you've even got some interesting sounds too. But congratulations on your 6 year sobriety. I mean, that's awesome. That's an accomplishment in itself. And I do think that that's something that creative people, musicians. I don't want to give any titles here, might struggle with. And it's awesome to hear a story like yours that this company blew up when you felt it was important. Good for you. That was really good. I have another question for you as far as you had mentioned live shows. Live shows, I'm a fan of live shows. You and I have worked together. We've performed together on stage. Do you feel the absence right now because of COVID with live shows? Because of what you do, have you felt a strong absence of live shows? And as far as you do work right now, I believe you are connected to the Grove. What are the new ways that people are trying to slowly get back into live shows? I mean, I know you've witnessed that at work.
Yeah, personally, I haven't been throwing or booking any shows since COVID. Our last one was the Green Jello Jam Fest, where my band Green Jello played with about, God, I think we had like 14 or 15 bands, and that was like March 7th of 2020 when COVID kind of came out, but nobody really, the quarantine wasn't happening, and that was the last one we did. And since then, I haven't thrown a show. Yes, I have we've been working production at the Grove of Anaheim, which we built a big outdoor stage, and it's a drive-in OC. So the parking lot of the Grove Anaheim shares it with the Anaheim Stadium. So we have a big stage outdoors, and people drive and park their cars in, but they can get out of their cars, and it's pretty cool. I mean, they're all out dancing around the cars, so it's a lot different, but it's all we got right now, especially California. We're so strict. I think a lot of other states are getting to it, and we'll be touring in September for sure. And started getting calls this week for my band Fate Destroyed to start playing in California. So hopefully things keep heading in the right direction. But I know myself, just as anybody, I want to play live shows again. I just want to go to a live show again.
I'm with you right there too. I've been saying that probably every time I've gone online. I miss that live show environment. But I do think it's really interesting that we've come up with all this online stuff, and here we are at the Sound Phoenix. We have people that perform on here too, and we interview people like you. So with that said, you are also probably one of the best bass players I know, and you are.
Love that.
No, you're pretty good, and we're gonna hear that pretty quick right now. You are in a band. Your main band is called Fate Destroyed. You were generous enough to share some of their music with us, and give me a little bit of background on Fate Destroyed. Who's in it? Maybe some shout outs to the members of your band, because I'm hoping that we get to have them on here as you guys are as a full band. That would be great. So go ahead and give me some backstory on Fate Destroyed and who's in it.
Yeah, Fate Destroyed. We got together. We formed in about 2018. We're a metal, heavy, hard rock band with a female-fronted female singer. That's Francesca Destruct. She's our singer, and then we have Johnny Law on guitar, Roger Bullen on guitar. I play bass and backup vocals, and we just got a new drummer, Cameron Franklin. So he just joined us. We just had our first photo shoot with him last Saturday, actually.
Oh yeah, that's exciting. That's awesome. Yeah, your lead singer, she is one vixen for sure. I would love to see her on here performing live. She's incredible. You guys are a really fun, powerful
and
band.
She sings very pretty melodically, and then she has the deep growls and stuff like a dude, So I mean, she gets the
I know. When you told me, I didn't believe you, and then I heard it, and I was like, "Whoa, she's like a dude." It was awesome though. It's in the environment that you guys have, that like you guys just bring that intense rock environment. It's just so cool, and they'll get a chance to see it in a minute here. I'm gonna go ahead and go through chat just a little bit, just to say hi to some people. Lost Bird, thank you for the follow. Let's see, Bonnie, Bon. Oh my gosh, now I have to say Bonnie from Omaha because of Devin. It's in my head, Bonnie. I am so sorry. I just can't get it out of my head. And then let's see. All right. Okay. Sweaty Teddy, thank you for everything you do for the scene. Sending love from BAKO. Is that someone you know, Nathan?
BAKO?
Bako?
I don't know.
Bako, I don't know.
Is that short for Bakersfield?
I don't know, but welcome, Sweaty Teddy. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you very much. All right, you guys, we're going to have a video that we're going to show you. This song, I believe, is called We Fall. It is Fate Destroyed's music video. Nathan is the bass player. You guys enjoy and let me know. Sean, let me know if it's too loud, too, because you are my ears on the outside. So this is Fate Destroyed, We Fall.
Years have gone and now the day goes by, but I don't wish that
was intense. That's a great song. That's like you could walk in and it's just like, wow, these people are performing. That's intense.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
fun to shoot. That was with director Matt Zane, and we had a bunch of fans come out, fans and friends, really good friends too, to the shoot, and we got to pour blood all over ourselves at the end of that video, and
like
yeah, it was
Halloween
a lot
blood
of
and
fun.
stuff like that. Let's just make that clear, right?
Yeah, exactly. Halloween
Just
fake
saying,
blood. We had
safe,
buckets and buckets
safe.
and buckets. We had buckets and buckets of blood, of
Yeah,
fake
it looks. I'm.
blood.
I'm assuming your fans had a great time because it looked really good. It looked really good,
Yeah,
like it
it
was like a
was
real
fun. It was
concert.
just very hot. We had to bring in portable air conditioners in a warehouse we rented, and the director had a whole crew. They're great, and everything is just so hot in there. It was in like August, I think, and is no matter what little portable air conditioners we bought and to use for that, and then returned after the video to
Hey,
get the
man,
money
nobody
back.
said it was gonna be pretty being a rock star. That's the way it
Yeah,
works. That's
so
the way it is,
but
man. You gotta do your
yeah,
time.
but my point was everybody that came out that were extras in the video weren't getting paid. We were feeding them and they're just were troopers, man. They stuck it out till the end. And we're so lucky to have such great fans and friends in that video.
Yeah,
So
you guys are lucky. You guys have a strong following. One question I wanted to ask you is, you know, we were going on the bass topic. What made you play bass? Like, what's the story behind why does Nathan play bass?
I started playing guitar, I think, when I was 12. I mean, I started off singing, but yeah, I picked up a guitar and I just loved the really low tone of the bass. So I switched to bass. And my parents, I think when I was almost 13, 12, I think I was still 12, said, we'll rent you a bass and get you lessons. And if you stick with it in 3 months, or I forget how long they said, we'll buy you. And so yes, got the bass. They rented me a bass. I played it, fell in love with it, and they ended up buying me one because I didn't stop playing. I took lessons for a couple of years, just studying technique. Sorry about my camera
Yeah,
angle here.
yeah, you're giving, I'm like, I don't know where to look.
I'm actually getting texts from people I know watching this video saying I'm slouching and not holding. I'm like, I'm holding my phone up in the air. I've been moving all week. I'm a mess. Didn't get dressed up or nothing. Been moving into a new house all week, and I'm sitting here in the backyard. Like half of our stuff is here and half of it's not.
This is the
So
real deal,
I'm literally,
people.
yeah,
Real
I'm
people.
literally. You can't tell with my fake background I put behind me with my logo, but I'm literally holding the phone up in there. I don't have my laptop or anything like that. So
Before we go on
sorry
to
about that.
but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Just try to stay center and maybe still. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
that's why I'm
usually
trying to
think,
have to like angle my phone. See,
okay, there you go.
but where was I? Yeah, so I started playing bass. Started with a 4 string, and I decided I want to move to a 5. And then so I sold my Fender 1972 Mustang for my cousin that my parents bought for me, and the deal was I had to sell it back to him. Now I'm kicking myself in the butt because that bass probably they stopped making that
Yeah, it's probably worth
when I
a
had
pretty
it.
penny right
So
now. Yeah, of course. So,
yeah.
with that, were mom and pop pretty supportive of your dreams of, being a rock star or playing bass?
Yeah. They'd come out to my shows. My first band, I think it was called the Gen Singers, Salad Jamboree. We had played original music. We also knew like 150 Nirvana covers, which is like half their material, the imports, and we loved Chili Peppers, and we played every type of music. But that's how we kind of got our own style because we played a little bit of everything. And they would let us jam every Friday while they went and bowled in their bowling league at my house.
Oh,
And
they
then
were bowling.
yeah, so then it ended up being we wouldn't just jam, we'd invite a bunch of people over because we knew we had like 4 hours before they're back at 2 in the morning after they go bowling into Denny's. So we had end up having little gig parties in the garage and throughout the house every weekend. We even started bringing friends bands over to do double sets and stuff like that, kind of turned into house parties. So, but they were real supportive and let me do all that. They came out to shows and everything.
That's awesome because I think that's kind of that's a little bit of a mountain to climb with when you're that young and you're like, okay, this is what I want to do, and then here you are
Yeah,
with parents that support that. That's just awesome. That's just
they're
a
still
great
supportive.
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're still supportive. There you go. Yeah. So, the other question I had for you, what would you say? Now, you had mentioned, the whole difficulty of sobriety and stuff like that. But what do you think once you made this decision? What was like one or two of the serious trials you had getting there, getting to where you are now? What was like
Getting to where in
getting
sobriety or to
to
music
no
or
getting to music, because you're not only a businessman in the industry, you also have the musician side. What would you say were your trials, trial and error, to get where you're at now? Because you're pretty well known and you've got an excellent reputation. I mean, it took a bit to get there.
I just try to stay positive, treat people with respect. I always thought of myself as more of a liaison between bands and venues, being the promoter and booker when I started doing it, because as a musician first, I know what bands want. I know what I'm unhappy with and way I've been treated badly in the past at venues or by promoters and stuff like that. And then when I got to know the venue side and promoting side and dealing with venues a lot, or whatever, I knew what they wanted. So it's like I kind of understand both. And there's a lot of times where I have to mediate. Well, this is explain to bands, well, this is kind of what the venue wants, and then explain to venues like, why don't you do this and that for bands and stuff like that, and try to make it go together. I mean, because we all need to work together in this industry, or nobody's
Right.
going
And
nowhere.
yeah, and sometimes owners and people who own the
Venues included.
venues, they don't understand the musician side. Will see, I could see how that would be challenging, but that's awesome that you would do that for them. Yeah, give them a voice.
Yeah, so I
Definitely.
try to just keep it straight, not screw anybody over, and try to make everybody happy.
That's
And
good
then
karma. Good karma.
then we all are happy, have a good time, and move forward, and hopefully everybody gets something out of it.
I have a question from chat for you. Texas Bound for Life. Who took you to your first concert and who did you see?
um, I think my first concert was Nirvana. My sister bought me tickets for my birthday. It was their last show in LA before Kurt Cobain died that year, and I think it was
Oh,
in
wow. That's kind of
January.
epic.
It was at the LA Forum, and my sister bought me 2 tickets, and you could take anybody you want, and I'm like, well, I want to take you, sis. And so we went.
Aw.
I still remember I wanted to get all the way to the front of the stage, and she was up there, and then the crowd was like slams you get stage, and they're like moshing and going crazy behind you. So I was like, all trying to protect her, and I'm a little younger than her, so I was like trying to protect her and from getting all squashed on the stage. And it was really cool. It was Bobcat Goldthwait opened up, which is a comedian, Butthole Surfers, and Nirvana. And that was also my first concert where I saw concert movies, and a chick was flashing Nirvana, and she had Nirvana written across her. I'm like, oh my god!
And you were how old?
I want to say 13 or 14.
Wow. So you were,
I think it was
you're like, this is the
94.
best.
Yeah, it was either December of 93 or January of 94. I can't remember exactly, but it was Nirvana's last LA show
That's kind of
before Kurt passed.
intense, the fact
Yeah,
that he's
it was
passed and
cool.
everything. So, yeah,
All the time when I see those Facebook posts, like, what was your first concert, or what band, like, have you seen that hardly anybody else ever saw in those posts? I'm always like, Nirvana. Oh, you got to see Nirvana. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna ask some Nathan questions. Um, Texas Bound said, "What an awesome sister! She must be amazing."
Yeah.
Actually, super epic by
That's probably
Sean.
her that asked that.
Sean Mullins said, "Actually, that's pretty super epic." Yeah, of course.
Awesome.
And then you have a little fan here, Lost Bird 66, rock stars. That's cute. Yep, that's right. Okay, I've got another question for you. This is from, and I'm going to say your name wrong, by the way. I think it's Frizzy, maybe. Who's your favorite? Oh, I hate that. That's like another alien in the chat. Hold on. Okay, but you have to answer this because it is in chat. Who is your favorite Backstreet Boy?
I would tell you right now if I knew one of their names. Is Timberlake one of those? I don't know. Is he Backstreet Boys?
No, you know what? No, but you never know what chat's going to bring to the table. We have a lot of jokesters in here. I do have real questions for you, though, I promise.
If I mentioned who the boy band was when I was young, I'd be giving away my age.
Oh, now you
I
have to
think,
tell
but
us. What was a boy band? Now you
The
have to
one
tell us.
that was big when I was a little kid was New Kids on the Block.
Oh, and
And then
KOTB
something
for
happened with
life.
rumors with them. Then it wasn't cool to hear them anymore. God, I don't even know how old I was. I was young.
You want to know what's even
I was
worse?
single digit.
Cannot believe I'm going to admit this on live freaking Twitch. My first concert was New Kids on the Block.
Oh,
I can't believe I just said that. I'm gonna lose so much respect right now. But hey, I was young and Jordan Knight. That's what it was all about. All right, so I've got some real questions for you. So we like to ask some questions regarding, just what you do on your personal level when it comes to music. What's a song you go to clear the mind, or a song that you go to that gets you pumped up, whatever choice you want. But what's a song that Nathan likes to listen to get you pumped up for a show? What song do you like to listen to?
Oof, narrowing it down to one song? I don't know.
Okay, let me rephrase. Let me rephrase. What's one of your favorites? I'm not going to say ultimate favorite. One of your favorites.
To get ready for a show? Honestly, when I'm getting ready for a show, I listen to our own band's music the whole way there and back, and just so it's fresh in my mind. If you got, like, back in the day, you got to study for a test, so you want to study like that day a little bit and run over everything. So I do that before a show and really just go over the songs in my head, even while I'm driving, how my fingers are going, and practicing my backup vocals. So that's getting ready for a show. Now, favorite song to listen to, it totally depends on my mood.
Your mood? Same.
Yeah, I love
I think
bands
it depends
in every
on your mood.
genre.
I think it depends on your mood.
I love bands in every genre, man. I love the headbang. I love to sit back and chill.
Yeah.
So.
I have another question from chat. Let's see. Let me read these before I read them out loud.
One of my all-time favorite songs is Sir Psycho Sexy from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, though.
Sir Psycho, I'm sorry, say that again?
Sir Psycho Sexy from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're
That's
cool.
probably one of my favorite songs to this day.
All right, Drummer75 today says, Nathan Young, you are rocking the house. All right, we have some other questions from chat. Welcome, by the way, Drummer75 today. All right, Sean Mullen Music, what's the first live show you would want to go see when all the shows start up back to normal again?
The one I just heard about coming up is Aftershock, and I heard Suicide Silence is opening up for Ginger, and Suicide Silence is like epic, and they're opening up for Ginger now, which is great, phenomenal female fronted band too, which she can growl, man. It's a great band, and they're really like progressive and great musicians. But I guess they're playing Aftershock, and I just heard about this, so definitely want to hit that if it happens.
Nice. This is actually a good question. I like to ask people this. What's the most unexpected thing on your playlist or CD catalog that we would not expect from you?
What do we listen to at home a lot is it comes on our Alexa Spotify list is Billie Eilish.
Billie.
Yeah.
I know that's a joke. That's not, isn't it Eilish?
No, it is Eilish, but I call her Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Yeah, she's a gifted, talented young lady. A song in specific or just her in general comes on?
No, in general.
All right. With that said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to a song called The Crown that we have an audio for. And we went ahead and threw some pictures up there of what you're doing on stage and how you look like on stage. And I believe you're playing the bass in this song as well. Correct, Nathan?
Yep. Oh, this Crown. Yeah, this is, we just released this last month. We also released another song last week. And we have a video coming out for this either the end of March, so pretty soon, or early April.
All right, sounds good. We're going to go ahead and have a listen. You guys enjoy. We'll be right back with Nathan with a few more questions after this Crown. That was a great song. I love that. It's really intense. And I know you don't get to hear it, but you know what you sent us. That was a really good song. Now you said that was a new release. Do you guys have it out there yet or
Yeah, I think I sent it over. Maybe I didn't.
I have to I have to make some mentions here. Some of the screen people are letting us know who they actually are so that you know who they are. So drummer 75 today is David Semino.
Hey, what's up, David? I know David.
Okay.
He's from same town I am, and he's a badass drummer, man.
And then Sweaty Teddy, I will never be able to forget that screen name. Yo, sorry, it's Ted from Band of Family. Thanks for everything.
Hey,
Can't wait to
Ted.
get back to playing live. Speaking of which, Band of Family is going to be with us next week. Can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. And they're going to be a live performance, you guys, just so you guys know ahead of time.
Yeah,
Stylist
I've booked their band actually.
Stylist Joyce enjoyed and loved the photos that you had in the video that we had. So, I want to talk about green jello.
Little pig, let me in.
Hang on a second. You got a story about these guys, though, okay? So, what's the story with green jello, and how did you end up playing with those guys?
So I was a fan of Green Jello in high school. One of the bands I'd blast from my room to piss my parents off. um, the, uh, yeah, we claim to be the world's worst band, right? So I listened to them in high school as a big fan, and they kind of disappeared for a while in the late 2000s. And about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago, I had a buddy who was at one of their shows. I didn't know they started playing again. I guess they started playing again in the late 2000s. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, you got to talk to them and get their number for me, because he was doing live feed from his Facebook, because I want to book them at a show. I love Green Jello, you know? So he booked them. So he got me the number and everything to Bill Manspeaker, the singer. And I ended up calling him and booking him a few times. And then I noticed Green Jello, the way they operate, I'm like, hey, dude, can I get up on stage with you and play bass at a show? And Bill's a hell of a cool guy, man. He's just like, yeah, do it. And so I got up, I booked him at a show. I got, like, for the third time I booked him, I got on stage with them and played, and I've been in the band ever since. So
That's awesome.
it's been
And you played the bass with them, right?
yeah, so I was a fan that joined the band later. So I'm not the original bass player, but I'm glad to just be playing with them. That's a lot of fun. And yeah, we're the world's worst band. Green Jello sucks. That's
I
our
don't know about
motto.
that. A lot of people know them. I mean, I've heard
Yeah,
that
that's
jam.
our
Everyone knows
motto.
that
We even
jam
have
around the
our
world.
theme song is Green Jello sucks.
Right. So I have another interesting question. What
Sure.
is something that we don't know about Nathan Young that people don't know about, kind of outside of the rock star realm?
Well, I have 3 beautiful children. Yeah, that's one thing people might not know, or they might know. I don't know. My singer Francesca likes to tell people, "Oh, he has a million kids."
He
But
has a
it's 3.
million
It's
kids.
3. So it's not a million guys. It's 3.
I think nowadays, I mean, I think when you get to a certain age, people are like, oh, they probably have kids. But yeah, that's something probably I would say most people don't know about you.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm the only one in Fate Destroyed that has kids. Actually,
oh,
Green Jello,
really?
those guys have kids. Yeah, but
Yeah.
everybody knows Chaos. Bill Manspeaker of Green Jello's son is his son's name is Chaos Diablo. He gets on stage with us pretty much almost every show. Gets on the microphone, just like his dad. And when our singer Bill makes everybody, hey, get down to the ground. Everybody squats during the concert, and he makes them stand up. Chaos even gets up there and he's like, get on the ground. There was a guy wearing a cowboy hat in the crowd, and he's like, you cowboy, get on the ground.
I think that's
It was
adorable
great.
when kids get
Yeah,
up on
he's great.
stage. That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, my kids are musically gifted too, especially my youngest playing piano and singing and dancing. And my 2 older ones used to play a little bit, but their interests went on to other things, which is totally fine.
Is it
Whatever they
true?
want to do.
I have in one of my notes. Did you have one of your, I guess your son in one of your videos with Fate Destroyed? Is that true?
No. That was when I played bass for a band called Dirty Machine.
Dirty
And
Machine,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, and
But your
my
boy
my
got to be in the
son,
video. That's awesome.
yeah, my son Kiedis, he's named after Anthony Kiedis, the singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. My
Of
son's
course
name is
he is.
Kiedis,
Of course
and
he is.
yeah, so he's in the video, Dirty Machine, with us. We filmed it at a big house in Pasadena that friends of ours, mutual friends of ours in Edema, the band Edema, let us film there. And
Did
their
he?
son was in the video, and then my son was hanging out just to see what it's like to do a video. And the director's like, "You want to be at the end of this?" Because the director had an idea of this scene at the end where the boy throughout the whole video gets a knock at the door, and it's my son opens the door. He's all at the end of the video and stuff. It's really cool.
Oh, that's cool. Did he enjoy being a part of that video, or was he nervous or anything, or was he just like, this is cool?
Uh he's really laid back.
Is he laid
So, I mean, if
back?
he was nervous, he was like chill, man. He
Yeah.
was like, "Let's do this." Yeah, he was great.
Okay, so a question that we have in chat is, since Green Jello is kind of has a lot of members, if you could build a super band, who would be in it? That's a good question, Sean Mullen Music.
If I could build a super
If
band,
you could build a super band, who would be in it?
oh geez, is that just people that are alive?
I say no. I say bring back the dead and legends if you
Okay,
want. Yeah. Yeah.
definitely got to say Dimebag Daryl from Pantera, and Vinny.
That's a
That's
good
guitar and drums
choice.
right there. Maybe Cliff Burton on bass. I'll sit down and Cliff Burton can pick up the bass.
And you'll be
And
on lead.
yeah, the original bassist of Metallica, man. Who am I leaving out? A singer? Jesus. Not Jesus.
Hmm.
But oh wow, I don't even know. I'm drawing a blank on singers. There's so many phenomenal singers. So
Well, I'm a Chris Cornell fan. I definitely
oh
bring
yeah,
that guy.
God.
Oh my
Chris
gosh.
Cornell would be amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
love
then
Chris
and
Cornell.
yeah.
Or Chester Bennington or
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, now I'm thinking people that are great that passed on.
Yep.
That will never get
Someone
back,
asked
man.
Maynard Cornell.
Rest in power.
Maynard
Rest in
Cornell.
power, man.
That's funny. All
Yeah, who am I
right.
leaving out? That it?
I don't know. Well, you've got STP too. So, we've got
Yeah.
some.
Scott Weiland, man.
Yeah, Scott Weiland, Velvet Revolver, STP. That's definitely a singer I wouldn't mind having back again for sure.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're coming to the end. I do want to play your logo one more time, and then I've just got one last question for you. So, just give me a minute. You guys enjoy.
Sure.
Lock down the information that's about to show on the screen, and we'll be right back. Okay, guys. All right, you guys. Okay, I have a question for you, Nathan, that I would like you to answer because on this channel we have a lot of new artists. We have bands that have been playing forever, but they haven't really gotten the exposure that, in my opinion, that they deserve. What is
Mm-hmm.
your advice to anybody who is new to the music industry, and B, who's been around a long time? What should they be doing now to get themselves out there and heard?
Content. Make a lot of music. I mean, we can't play a lot of shows right now. I know we're itching to do it. So write music, record music. It's so much easier to record right now. Send it out, post it, hit me up. I'm always, when bands send me their links and music, I'm always sharing it everywhere I can and telling people. I refer people to your show. Hit the Sound Phoenix up to get on our show, and
Oh, thanks. I
just
appreciate it.
network. Be nice to people, and we all got to help each other out. And then yeah, hit me up with live shows too.
Yeah, I agree. That's good advice because I think sometimes that, sometimes we're set in our old ways, or or thinking that live shows is really the only way to go, when for a while now, I just think that anything online is really where it's at. It's where people can get to know
Mhm.
you and want to come to your show, and you're selling tickets by these people watching your content and all your live stuff and your music and all your originals and everything going. But yes, content is definitely huge, because I think it's kind
And
of hard with one or two songs to get out there. You got to always have new material. You have to be reinventing yourself when you want to go out there.
yeah, and when I say content, I don't mean just music and music videos on your social media pages and all that. Our band, we just reiterated it in a band meeting last week after a photo shoot. Guys, film anything you're doing in your life,
Eating
film it, take
cereal.
pictures of it, put it up, put it on the band page. And plus, it makes it more personable with your fans and people who want it. They're not just going to watch your music. They put anything up that you do, and that's what we're doing. We actually encourage each other. My guitarist said he was at the dentist yesterday, and he's starting to film everything. So he filmed being at the dentist, and hey, should I put it on the page? We're like, put it on the page. So any content is good content,
Well, I know, but
basically.
really, people want to get to know you too, and I think that there's a form of loyalty when they get to know who you are outside of your character on stage, so to speak. They just want to know the
Yeah,
ins and outs of what's going on with your life, and it kind of builds that not necessarily physical attraction, but that attraction to the character and the person you are. And they're like, oh, he's a normal guy. He's sitting there at the dentist, or he's drinking
yeah,
his coffee.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Well, and
And
we try to reply to everybody's comment on our page. Granted, it gets when there's so many, it's hard to. But I remember one of the most fun things, and it's still fun, is when we created our Fate Destroyed fan page. It's called the Destroyers. You can search it, Fate Destroyers, in on Facebook. It's so fun because we get to interact with our fans all the time and joke and bullshit and answer questions and we get to know them, which is awesome. We've met so many great people online and at
oh
shows.
yeah,
So I mean,
absolutely.
it's really we're stoked. When we first did that, we're like, this is so fun, you know?
Yeah, I've made
It's just a
a whole
whole group of
family
people.
online. Yeah, with all this stuff going on.
Yeah, the community is great.
Yeah, there's a community. It's called Hollywood Rebellion, and he does lockdown sessions every Thursday. I believe it's like 6 Pacific Standard Time, and I'm like BFFs with everybody in there, and we're just writing music. I mean, and he was a former lead singer of Sick Puppies, and he's just got this like empire now of people that just wanted to be involved and write music and get creative, and it's been
Yeah.
amazing. I've made like relationships with all these people. It's just so cool. So,
A band I used to manage the world over was the drummer was roommates with him, the original singer of Sick Puppies. I think the drummer's name was Anthony. You could ask him and see if that's correct. I can't remember his name, but he used to drum for a band called the World Over. So ask him about that.
I would, I will ask him about that. Him and I,
I think it's Anthony.
our relationship's very, very sarcastic.
Sick Puppies are awesome.
They're a great band. Yeah. Well, they were great when Shin was in it. I
Yeah,
probably shouldn't say that.
exactly.
Anyway, got to be careful what I say. I love everybody. Let me, some comments here. Okay, so Drummer75 today said, thank you. My first visit, red hot show. Love it, dig it. I'm assuming you're talking about Fate Destroyed. Sweaty Teddy, I can't get over your name, bro. I can't get over your name. Sweaty Teddy. Dude, that was fantastic advice. That's what he wanted to say to you. And then, of
That could
course,
be two things. That could be a sweaty teddy bear, or I'm thinking like a teddy, like in lingerie. That kind of sweaty teddy would not be good, or would it? I don't
I
know.
will never forget that name. It's
Is he wearing a
embedded
sweaty
in
teddy, or
my
is it a sweaty
head.
teddy bear? I don't know.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, Nathan. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to let you go because I am hoping, I believe Sean Mullen is going on live tonight. I don't know if we could rate him or not. Sean, you want to tell me that while we sit here and ponder on that?
I give it a quick shout out to my YoungBlood Productions crew: Warrior Dave, Felix, Peter, Big John, everybody, Peggy, Alyssa, Brittany, everybody that's worked with us. I have the best crew in the world, so it's great. And everybody at the Grove of Anaheim. And my bands.
All right. That's
And you
awesome.
guys.
You guys, that's right. And thank you guys for being here. Those of you who came over to see Nathan. And then, Nathan, I say the name wrong. It's not Family Band, it's The Family Band, correct?
Band of Family.
Band of Family. I got it wrong again. I am so
Yeah.
sorry, Sweaty Teddy. I
booked
just
them. They
did
played
that so
with
I could
Green
say your
Jello.
screen name again.
Yeah. They played with us, Green Jello, through the Green Jello Jam Fest last March, and Band of Family played that.
All right.
played
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing them. We're going to get to talk to them on Tuesday, so that's going to be awesome. You guys better be ready because I'm looking forward to your performance and your live performance. And again, thank you, YoungBlood Productions, for hooking us up with that band. You've really helped us a lot with a lot of artists. Thank you so much for being on, Nathan. I'm going to sign off.
Thank you.
Hopefully we get to see Fate Destroyed on the channel.
Thanks for putting up with me.
All right. No problem, man. We'll see you next time. Bye. All right, you guys. So, I want to raid Sean. So, I need instruction. No, hold on a second, guys. Let's see. Thank you guys for being here. That was a lot of fun. I think that we got some really good advice from someone who's literally been in the business for quite a long time. And we're going to go ahead and raid Sean Mullen Music. Some of you guys know him. Some of you guys don't. Give him a warm welcome. Let him know that you're listening. Say hi. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, guys.